This is Tim from Uniform, and today we are releasing a few game-changing features for your content editing workflow. Everyone has a bold vision of what they are building for their customers. It's going to be smooth, amazing, beautiful, fast. But then they are challenged with the harsh reality of working in silos or having technical difficulties with composable architectures, and that happens especially at bigger organizations. We don't like that here in Uniform, and so we're focusing on making it faster and easier for teams to work on excellent digital experiences for their customers. In the past, I've shown you Uniform's visual editor called Canvas, and today we are adding a bunch of new features on top that make it even faster and easier to connect things together, including your existing pieces of content, but also software. So no more waiting, no more silos, no more asking developers for help. So what are we actually releasing? Well, firstly, our component starter kit, which gets you going super fast. All the components are open source and highly configurable, so you can grab them from our storybook or GitHub, put them in your project, add your brand identity through our theming engine, and you should have all the DNA parts to start making amazing pages. You can add all the content that you have right in Uniform if you wish, but you can also connect external sources to these components and map whatever comes from their APIs to the properties of these components, and off you go. Secondly, we've made some really exciting changes to data connections in Uniform. We've made them even easier to set up, much more flexible to work with, and edge cached by default. And that is technical speak for we serve the content really fast. With these updates, components are no longer tied to a single data type or a service. You don't even need an official integration. Any source that you might have that has a REST API can be connected to your design system component without writing a single line of code. That means it's a very simple and sometimes even one-click setup at your fingertips. No more need for glue code that connects and maps data so it fits your components. There is no developer setup at all. Once the data is connected, the content is live on our CDN Edge, and it even has very precise cache invalidation for when things change on the outside. Uniform Canvas offers dynamic component patterns, which allow pre-connecting data sources to sets of patterns so content editors can reuse those in different places. Think latest popular products, things like that. Component patterns offer overrides, so architects that set them up can design how much override possibility in style or data selection content editors have. For marketers, this means total flexibility in how they build, giving them the tools to be a lot faster. Using overrides, assigning different data sources to existing components is done in only a few clicks. For example, your product carousel can also just be a speakers carousel on another page. Visually assigning different data and design properties feels completely native in Uniform. And lastly, speaking of speed, we are also introducing something called Edgehancers, which essentially grab all the data from all the content that you have selected in Uniform Canvas, including personalization and A/B testing data, and put it on the CDN Edge automatically, which means pages in Uniform can be highly dynamic with data from different sources, but they render in under 50 milliseconds. And this is of course amazing for the performance of your page for your customers, but also for core web vitals and SEO. Want to have a deeper dive to see how all of this works and how we can really enable your team to work better using Uniform? There's a few ways you can go. You can actually go to uniform.dev and request a free demo. You can also go to docs.uniform.app to read all the documentation. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon, because we are changing the game for content management.